Hello, my dear students. Welcome to GTC. In this video, we are come up with a new mnemonics that to remember the all the anti-cancer drug classification. Chemotherapy, anti-cancer chemotherapy is basically one of the important part from exam point of view. Due to many classes of the drug in that particular classification, students face problems to remember this class of the drugs. So today, here I have come up with a new mnemonics to remember the classification of anti-cancer drug. So let's discuss. So to remember the hormonal class drug, there are different classes of hormonal class, cytotoxic class. So we will discuss each and every classes. Okay. So to remember hormonal class of the drug, you just have to remember the name of one hormone, that is progesterone. Okay, what you have to remember? You have to remember the hormone name progesterone. Okay, so P stands for progesterone. Progesterone. R stands for 5 alpha reductase. Okay, like your finasteride and dutasteride. They are basically used in which class of cancer? They are basically given in case of prostate cancer. Okay. Next is O stands for aromatase inhibitors like your letrozole and anastrozole. Then G stands for glucocorticoid, glucocorticoid like your prednisolone. Then E stands for estrogen. So what are the estrogen that is used? One is your phosphesterol and ethyl estradiol. Then A stands for ACRM, selective estrogen reuptake modulators. So tamoxifen and selective estrogen receptor down regulator, fulvestrant. Okay, A stands for anti-androgen like your flutamide and biglutamide, and N stands for GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone analog, that is naphthaliin and triptorelin. So these are the hormonal class of the drug that basically used in case of cancer chemotherapy. Next is targeted drug. So targeted drug, to remember, you have to remember the prime minister of president of Russia, that is your Putin. So you have to remember a Putin. So P stands for proteasome inhibitor, that is example is your bortezomib. U stands for unarmed monoclonal antibody, example is your rituximab and transjumab. Next, T stands for tyrosine protein kinase inhibitor, example is your imatinib and nirlotinib. Next, E stands for EGRF inhibitor, that is your gefitinib, uh, erlotinib, and cetuximab. N stands for these are the newer agents. Okay, these what we can call EGRF inhibitors are comes under as newer agent. Okay, A stands for angiogenesis inhibitor, that is bevacizumab and sumatinib. So what is angiogenesis inhibition basically do? Angiogenesis means synthesis of new blood vessels to the cancer cell. Once cancer cell is synthesized, it requires blood supply. If you will not get blood supply, then it will that cancer cell will going to die. So to increase or to make the blood supply to that newly formed cells, cancer cell, angiogenesis process is required. So in this process, we are basically blocking the angiogenesis process. Once we block this angiogenesis process, new blood will not form around the cancer cell. If new blood is not formed, then this is simple that that particular cell will going to die. This is a simple mechanism. So how you will block this angiogenesis? You will block this angiogenesis by two agents. One is your bevacizumab and one is your sunitinib. So these all are basically newer agents approved by US FDA for the cancer chemotherapy. And last and most important class of the drug is your cytotoxic agent. Cytotoxic agent is one of the important class and widely used class in case of cancer chemotherapy. So to remember that, there is a simple funny word you have to remember, Paramatma. Okay, Paramatma. We basically believe in Paramatma and that particular word, na. So the word is Paramatma. Okay, so how you remember? P stands for platinum compound. P stands for platinum compound, your cisplatin class of the drug. Okay, next is in Atma, A stands for anti-metabolite. Okay, anti-metabolite like your methotrexate, your 5-fluorouracil, this class of the drug. Next is topo. T stands for topoisomerase 1 inhibitor, like your topotecan and irinotecan. Next, topoisomerase 2 inhibitor, that is your etoposide and tenoposide. Next, AIM stands for microtubule damaging agents, and A stands for alkylating agent and antibiotic. Alkylating agent, what are your alkylating agent? Your melphalan, your cyclophosphamide. So these are comes under your alkylating agent. Okay, so this is the simple mnemonics to remember the classes of what are the classes of anti-cancer drugs are there. Okay, so the example you have to remember, I just explain you what are the classes you have to remember. So the one more things that I will suggest some tips to remember that. So try to read this classification repeatedly and write this classification repeatedly. So this will help you to remember the things for longer time. Okay, thank you so much. For more such content, follow our YouTube channel, GDC Classes English. Thank you.